There was no structure, no routine, nothing to work towards. It was pretty much whatever happened in that day just happened with no plan.
You kind of let life control you rather than you control life.
When you're looking at people online, you think it's not possible for you and it's all a facade, but it really comes down to if you want to do it or not.
How much did you make in your first month?
So I went from like 2.5 to 4K, so I nearly doubled my income in like 2 months.
How does it feel knowing that there's people out there slaving away, doing way more hours, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going into a dark, cold building site, making half of what you made in that month? Why do you feel like you were able to move so fast with your whole journey? How did it feel seeing the first bit of money come in? You remember how you felt, where you were before you found high ticket sales? Like, what did you see in life for you? Like, what did you want from life, man? How was your first month in high ticket sales?
I think it was 2.5.
2.5k.
2.5k, yeah. If I got into this while I was in college, I would have dropped out of college. It was just the timelines worked out that I ended up finishing college just before I actually did get into it. And then after seeing that proof, man, I was just like, oh my God, there's no way I'm not going all in on this.
So, Dahi, here we are, man. We're in Thailand. David started this journey back in, do you even remember the date when you first started all this high ticket sales stuff?
I think it was the last week of September, coming into the first week of October.
Okay. And now you're out in Thailand, and what's life looking for you like now?
Completely different, to be honest. It's changing the aspect of that I actually have a goal that I'm working towards in the future, where I'm not just drifting through time aimlessly. And yeah, that's the biggest change for me, actually, of something that I'm working towards. But out in Thailand, I think it's just excelled even more.
Why?
I think being surrounded by people that are, or being exposed to people that are aiming for more than you have previously, or that you thought was imaginable for yourself. Yeah, so it's just that exposure, man.
Do you feel like seeing other boys that you've known, or like seeing other lads that are the exact same as you, do more things, make it seem more achievable to you?
Yeah, definitely. I think, especially looking from the outside, when you're looking at people online, you think that it's not possible for you and it's all a facade, but it really comes down to if you want to do it or not, you know?
Or if you believe.
Or if you believe it's possible too.
I'm at, man, like, I can't lie, knowing that you've done this and seeing that progression for you, I love it. I love it, man, because when a good person does this and somebody's as good as you, like, you're a good person, you have a good heart, you know, you don't speak bad about anybody, man. And you have a good approach to life. It's good to see what you deserve come back your way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, where would you say you were before you found Beyonce and before you found high ticket sales? What was life? And Joe, when I ask you this question, isn't it hard kind of...
Yeah, you can't even remember beforehand, but I'll try to for the conversation, man. If I can think back very deeply, like, I thought I was enjoying myself at the time, because I didn't know there was something else out there. Like, I was just showing one way of life and kind of no way out of it, so to speak. And
what made you feel like you were enjoying life?
The same way as everybody else kind of does, isn't it? Just living for the weekend, thinking that you have to save up all your money for a 1 week holiday and then enjoying that and just doing basic stuff, man. I think calling it happiness.
I agree. What were you doing? So what was like your usual week? Or did you even have a kind of usual week before you get into it?
See, I was in college beforehand, but during the summer, last summer was just, every day was just different, not in a good way. It was just, there was no structure, no routine, nothing to work towards. It was pretty much whatever happened in that day just happened with no plan.
You kind of let life control you rather than you control life.
Exactly.
What did you see for yourself, man? Before you found high ticket sales, like, what did you see in life for you? Like, what did you want from life, man? You're a 20-year-old lad, you're a good looking lad in good shape. Like, what dreams or aspirations did you have before this? Did you even have any?
Before this, I'm not too sure, man. I'd say when I was in secondary school, obviously just get a solid job, man. Stick to the Irish culture of just playing GAA and going drinking on Saturday with the lads. So to put that short, before this, no real plan. Just go what I've already been shown and what I knew was safe.
And where did you think that was when you get to?
The same place everybody else has been.
What's that?
Settle down in a country home like my parents and just raise a family there. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but I didn't even realise that there was more out there possible, just to be truthful.
So what was it that made you decide to start doing this? What made you decide to start doing high ticket sales?
I'd say obviously because I've seen the content that you posted, okay? I've seen how relatable you were as a person. Your content speaks to a lot of people, and I just thought that this guy was someone that I could look to for a bit of support and even a bit of guidance, so to speak. He looks like he's doing stuff in life that I'd like to do.
Which was what?
Which was chasing a purpose, surrounding himself with good people, having good habits, and trying to provide for those around him and for the people that have, brought him up in the world. I think do right things was the biggest trait that I seen from you.
When you say do right things, though, give me a bit of context.
Yeah, I suppose everybody has their own outlook on what the right thing is, but for me personally, it was doing things that were moving his life forward in the right direction, not only for himself but also for his family, and trying to just be that figure that, I wouldn't say glimmer of hope, but along those lines that people can look to and say, if I feel lost in life, I can turn around to this guy, because he's been through his own battles. I know you're only a year or two older than me, but you have a good bit of life experience behind you just for taking the risks and leaving your job and doing things that guys would want to pursue, to put it simply, just didn't have the balls to do.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes, man, it does feel like a surreal journey sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does feel surreal because it's like you joined Beyonce in the last week of September.
Yeah.
And now here we are. you moved to March, or you moved to Thailand. You moved to March. You moved to
It's Thailand.
moved to Thailand in February,
Yeah.
and you moved quick with your whole journey. Like,
Yeah.
why do you feel like you were able to move so fast with your whole journey? Like how much did you make in your first month on Andrew Shin's offer? Do you know?
I think it was 2.5.
2.5k.
2.5k, yeah.
And that's more than what a 9 to 5 is giving people in Ireland, David. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And you made that in your first month on Andrew Shin's offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think to go back to the question that you asked, why I excelled so fast, it was the support that you gave, and obviously just...
Don't be glazing me.
No, I'm not glazing either, but I'm just saying, no, obviously to do with that, the support that was given, but I just came in with the mindset of like, I want to do this, I'm going all in with this, and I'm applying every single thing that is being told to me to do, and I'm asking questions regularly and using the resources that are available, because I feel like a lot of people can join things with the wrong mindset that it's all just going to be brought forward to them. But if you apply yourself with what's actually in there consistently, then there is no reason why you can't move as fast or even faster.
But not on a broad scheme, like as in, like, why did you excel so fast? Because look, right, you were probably one of the standout guys. You and Adam are definitely Ryan Power.
Yeah.
You guys are standout. Why are you standout? Like, what makes you stand out? Now you're no longer just an appointment setter. You're transitioning into closing. You're a coach and beyond set. Like, why you, David?
I honestly just wanted to grow as a person, man, and challenge myself. I wanted to challenge myself. I haven't felt that challenge in a long, long time, and I wanted to really, really challenge myself and see how much I could actually get out of this, and see how much value I could get for myself and also others. And I suppose a small bit of it was probably I wanted to make my parents proud too, and that pushed me harder. Not that they've not having provided for me anything, but just like I seen the look on their face when they're bringing me up, and I want, you know, to make them proud. That's my ultimate goal, and I use that as fuel.
I get that. That's a big motivation to have. It's a big motivation to have, you know, making your parents proud. And how do you feel like your parents felt when you told them that, look, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do?
Yeah, obviously they were a little bit skeptical first. I think that's any sort of parent, because they're unknown to the online space, and even just their child trying something different that not everybody else around them has done. But then they seen the proof. Like I told them how I was getting on. Then I told them I was moving to Thailand and pursuing this further, and then they supported me. But obviously they were skeptical at first, man. I'm just going to tell the truth. Like that's just.
Of course, I get that. I always want the truth to be told, because to be honest, you'll always impact more people.
Yeah,
when you tell
the truth.
And also, that do you realise that by you saying, like, you know, they were skeptical at first, every young lad probably feels the exact same way. Jesus, you know, I'm doing this apprenticeship because my mother and father like have done it before. I'm doing this college degree because it's what will make my mother and father happy. But at the end of the day, like, and it's the same thing I say to everybody, what the hell is going to make you happy? Because you'll realise 5 years in, or you'll realise at the end of that degree, that was not what's after making me happy.
No.
I'm still at square one. But other people think that I'm actually 10 steps ahead than I am. So that's going to lead you to more internal pressure, and you're going to look, and out at the external is going to lead you to have an even more pressure, because people expect you to be what this person that has this degree, that's going for this job, that's going after this path. Mammy's going around saying, oh, David's after studying this now, David's going after
college.
this.
Yeah.
David doesn't really know what David wants to do.
No.
David doesn't know if this is actually what David wants to do for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
How was your first month in high ticket sales? Well, what do you feel like you learned, or was there anything that, like, you're in terms of eye-opening experiences that you had with it?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing that I learned from my first month in the space was, first of all, how big the space is. But
how big do you feel high ticket sales is?
oh man, it's like, bro, you know, this world, it's such a good space to be a part of, but it's so big and there's so much opportunity out there. I think the biggest thing was the amount of opportunity in that space. That's being completely truthfully honest. That's the first thing that came to my head. The amount of growth and opportunity is in that space is crazy. And there's always a next level. You're always working for more. You're never satisfied.
And then with seeing what you've achieved, right, where do you feel like it is now next that you want to go, right? So like give everybody a little bit of an insight into your story. So like what's your story so far in terms of you joined? Fill the blank in between the last week in September to now coming into the last week in February.
Yeah.
Fill us in.
So obviously started out in the first or the last week of September, learning the skill of appointment setting in the high ticket sales space. Took me a while to grasp it, but it takes people a lot longer, I'd say, to be fair. Well, it doesn't really. It depends how much you apply. But since the last week in September, started appointment setting, got to grips with that, really started to excel then maybe my second month in. And I felt very confident in my skill and my ability. And kept getting better, consistently learning, trying to surround myself with more people, grow my network, challenge myself even more. Then I hit January. December was a little bit slower for me. Obviously that's time period based because people are busy during Christmas, they don't want to invest or whatever it is, whatever maybe their situation.
Christmas time, maybe with more years of experience in high ticket sales,
Yeah.
you get a different perspective on December, but
Yeah.
I got that. What about offers and everything, man? Fill us in on offers, your first offer, your second offer, how much money you made, but the challenges you faced.
So my first offer was a male fitness offer, okay, and done quite well on that in my first week. It was challenging, but it was enjoyable. It was good to see the first kind of step into the sales world, because how much communication is needed, and I will start that again. I'll go and I'll do my journey again.
You're all right. Go on, fire ahead. So fire ahead. I'll just crop out all that.
Yeah. So I started out in the last week of September. Was just learning the skill. I progressed quite quickly, to be fair. Landed my first offer in the first 2 or 3 weeks. Got onto a male fitness offer. Got exposed to more. Challenged myself. Done quite well too. Then I transitioned onto a 6-figure sales team. I'd say it was maybe a month and a half after that, or 2 months. I think it was a month and a half.
You transitioned onto Andrew Sheehan in November.
Yeah.
So 1 month into high ticket sales, you went on to a 6-figure team.
Yeah. That's how much opportunity there is. And obviously it was kind of a stark transition for me personally, not because my skill set wasn't there, but because of the new environment. And that's what I spoke about, the constantly growing and the new challenges that are out there and the amount of opportunity. And with that, I was forced to go to the next level of my journey. Got to grips with that, done very well. My record month I made, man, I think it was January, to be honest. I think it was close to 4K, you know. That was in the space of 2-3 months. So I went from like 2.5 to 4K, so I nearly doubled my income in like 2 months. And it was crazy. And
how does it feel looking back now? And you hit 4K in your 3rd month of the appointment setting, so 4K, right? And what is it, 90 days, so 3 months, 4 months in, so in 120 days you made, we'll say, close to 10K altogether. Not exactly, maybe 7.
Yeah, in and around.
How does it feel knowing that there's people out there, man, slaving away, doing way more hours, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going into a dark, cold building site, making half of what you made in that month?
I can't even comprehend that, to be honest. It's like I can't comprehend that, man. Going into a building site and just struggling away for like less than probably half of what I made, man, is crazy. And that's not trying to dig anybody.
I know.
That's just like, what?
I know. And it's kind of down to what you know. You know, like at the end of the day, you can't compare that to things you don't know. So when you're going onto a building site, you make 2 grand, 3 grand, whatever, right? It's like you can only compare things to what you actually know. So because you aren't actually even aware of the high ticket sales space and that it exists, you can't compare to feel that discontentment. Because if you were fully aware, right, this is super achievable, you can do this, maybe then you'd be looking at it like, right, okay, Jesus, this is actually not good at all. I'm doing so much hours and getting such little money. When there's boys that are putting in, not that it's such little hours, but it's so more fulfilling. It's so much more growth over time. Like you're in high ticket sales, man, November, December, January, February, 4 months, and you're transitioning now into closing, and you're a part of a coaching community.
Yeah, like that journey, even when you speak it out loud, it's like, I can't even from how far I've come since September on this journey in high ticket sales. It's just been crazy, man. I didn't even know about the space 5 months ago, and now I've made 4K in a month. I'm transitioning into bigger things, gonna hit way more.
What's your goal, man? What's your goal for the rest of this year? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? What do you want to feel?
Well, money aside, I want to give back now, because I've obviously transitioned into a coach inside of Beyond Set. So I want to give back as much value on all that I've learned, and I want to hit my first 5-figure month, man, to be quite. And I want to travel too, and I want to surround myself with better people like I have in this month. That's the boat shore. I definitely want to continue to do that and keep growing as a person and keep killing this space.
Yeah, right. What do you feel like your first 5-figure month, man, would do for you?
Apart from, break a few limiting beliefs that I can actually do. I know I can do it. That's not, but I just want to see it out in front of me and I've just said, yeah, I did that. And I'll probably ring me mad, to be honest. That's the first thing I do. That's the first thing I do.
I love that. What are you going to say to her? Mommy, I just did it. I just did it.
Mommy, we made it. I know.
But you know what, right? And this is one thing you'll realise. When you hit your first 5-figure month, man, you think, right? But when you say, I'll break a lot of limiting beliefs, those limiting beliefs are now what's going to fuel you for even more.
Yeah.
So you think success and happiness is tied to that, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a choice. Happiness is a choice and success is a choice. You can choose every day to wake up and feel successful. You can choose every day to wake up and see somebody successful looking back at you when you're brushing your teeth, when you're having a shit. Obviously there's no mirror in front of you. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And hitting a 5-figure month, man, it's going to break limiting beliefs and you're going to want more. And that's the one thing with entrepreneurship that most boys struggle the most with, is suppressing the want for more so they can be happy with where they are now. Because even me, and it's something I've been doing consistently now for the past 3 to 4 months. So it's amazing, and there's gratitude 100%. But it's like, there's so much more possible, but it all ties into how much value can you give. And I look at it through a lens of, the more value I can give, the more financially God is going to bless me, because he knows that blessing is not just going to help me, but it's going to help other people too. You know what I mean? So like with high ticket sales, man, like what's one thing you'd say to somebody I suppose that doesn't know about it? First of all, what would you say to somebody that doesn't know about it, that's living a life right now that they don't like, that's in a job that they don't like, but feels that pressure around them, you know, to keep going that way? What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, I just reassure them that there is a vehicle out there that can actually take on to do something else with their life, because I know a lot of people do settle for comfortability, and I was one of those people before too. I'd say there is a vehicle out there, and High Ticket Sales is that vehicle. Okay, if you do apply yourself, it definitely is that vehicle. And I'd say to them, like, not to lose all hope, because as you touched on there, even when you were working in the building sites, man, I've never experienced that. You have, okay. You do feel a little bit trapped, okay, and that's with any line of work. I'm not just signaling out the construction line. That's with any line of work. I know even seeing my family members, my parents, they feel trapped in that. I know how much my mum hates her job, but she doesn't know how to get out of it, or she doesn't actually have that vehicle to get out of it.
Yeah, I got kids now.
She's more tie downs.
Yeah, exactly, and it's more of a case of like, I don't enjoy my job, I don't get
But
fulfillment from it, but I have to do it.
I have to do it. Yeah, I have to do it. That's why in this like era that we actually live in, man, there's so much opportunity, and it's like, don't do yourself the disservice of not actually trying to get involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself, because there is so much opportunity out there. So to answer your question, I'd get them to do the research, man, and actually just go all in on it.
Because you know the funny thing is with going all in. Let's say somebody in a building site, man, right, is first year, second year, third year. And I always say building site because it's what I come from, it's what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's say somebody's in college and they're not enjoying their degree at all. They're around people that they know, like, they don't want to be doing this. And their environment is making them go drink, right? But let's say that they want more. Imagine they took a risk and started going all in on something and it didn't work. The worst thing that could ever happen is that they are back to exactly where they are now. But they will never be back to where they are now in square one. They'll be in square two, because they'll have more knowledge and they'll have tried something. So with every loss comes a lesson. You know, like even for me with February, like I had a goal in mind for February. We didn't hit that goal, but by not hitting that goal, I learned way more than I did.
Yeah.
And I would have if we did hit that goal. If we did hit that goal, there wouldn't have been as much add-ons, there wouldn't have been as much takeaways, there wouldn't have been as much reflection, you know. And can you remember your first paycheck from Appointment Setting?
Yeah.
What was it?
I think it was for a week, man. For a week. I think it was close to 700 euros. It was 675 euros for a week.
How did it feel seeing the first bit of money come in? Like, did you feel like, can you remember how you felt, where you were? It
came down to two things. It was, yes, I can actually do this, and two, it's real. So it was like a shell shock moment. It's like, I can actually do this, and it actually does exist too, you know? Because for the first week I was skeptical of not only my own ability, but of the space. And then after seeing that proof, man, I was just like, oh my God, there's no way I'm not going all in on this. There's no way.
Where were you? Do you remember when you got your first paycheck?
I think I was in my girlfriend's house, man, in Laois. Funny enough, I was working from her father's office in the front of the house, okay? I think you probably remember taking calls with me there. And he's a guard, he's a little office set up, and I was just in the office for the week, just grinding, man. And it all paid off. I showed them that at the end of the week, and they're all delighted for me. Like, it was just proof, man, more than anything, in myself and of what's actually able to be achieved.
I feel like mentally it did a lot of things for you.
Yeah, a lot, definitely, man. Yeah.
That's good to hear, bro. That's good to hear. And again, like, even being able to do this, filming this right now, it wouldn't have been possible if you didn't put in the work.
No.
Like, at the end of the day, man, you can lead a horse to water, but I can't be there day in, day out to help you in ways that, you know, I can't be there day in, day out to help you if you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
So the reason you're able to even sit down with me here today is all down to you.
Yeah.
It's not down to anybody else. It's solely down to you putting in the work. You doing your affirmations. You looking internally and trying to become that next man.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like growing up, man, that there was always more for you?
Yeah, I definitely did, man. It was probably just from my sports background, because I was always quite good at it. But then when that went, I still knew, you have this feeling. It's just, you have to trust your conscience at some point. You know, you can't fight that feeling forever.
Can't silence it forever.
You can't silence it forever. You can try, and you can try shut it out with all this meaningless stuff. But yeah, I definitely did feel like there was always something for more. I just didn't know what it was and how to channel it.
Do you feel like, right, to get to where you want to go, let's say, right, you hit your 4K a month, or making 670 quid in a week, and that was your first bit of money. Do you feel like there was any sacrifices along the way?
I wouldn't even call them sacrifices, man. Like, yeah, there was stuff I had to cut out, but did I really want to do that in the first place?
Like what? What did you have to cut out?
I call them bad habits, to be honest. I didn't do as much socialising, but that benefited me in the long term. So that's why I didn't call it a sacrifice. I was doing it, but I didn't really want to do it. But I didn't have a reason not to do it. Does that make sense?
You didn't have something to actually put your time into.
Exactly.
So to spend your time and feel fulfilled. You did
Exactly.
things that now when you look back, they're not actually things that added to you. And do you mind if I ask, like, what was it?
Drinking, partying, like just scrolling on my phone aimlessly for hours, spending time with people that didn't really align with me, just doing what they were doing just because I was in that environment, as you said, and I didn't really see what was the, sure, I can't leave, like what can I do to leave this? Like I knew in the time that I didn't want to be in it, but because I had no other way of actually getting out of that, I just accepted the fact. So that's why I didn't call them sacrifices, man, because I actually did deep down wanted to do them, did like what I had to do to get the results that I did.
You wanted to.
I wanted to put in the work.
And I think that because you've been to the gym, you're grinding, you've got yourself into good physical condition, that, you know, physical exercise and pushing yourself physically trains your mind and trains you up, you know. So if you're able to put the work in and get into a good physical condition, and you're able to have that discipline, you can export that effort and put it into a vehicle that's not only going to
fulfill you, but actually benefit you.
Change your life, man.
Yeah.
Like change your life. Like your life's changed now. Could you ever, after doing what you've done now in the last 4 months,
go back?
4 months, could you ever go back?
Oh, don't say them two words to me ever again. No way. I can't. I've been exposed and I put too much work in now at this stage. It's like I could never go back to that life again. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I think that when you see this path and you see when you get in here, like I know that your journey with Beyond Set is a lot different because it was way smaller when you started in comparison to how many boys there is now. There was ahead of you, there was Adam, there was Ryan. Yeah. Even you and Ryan might have took off in around the same period. But what do you feel, was there anything when you feel that you joined before you even made money that made you feel like this is possible? Yeah,
it was seeing the other guys excelling because they'd only started a couple of weeks before me. And because I was on a group, I was in a group scenario with them, I could learn and grow with them at the same time. And I was like, I want to be better than him, and he wants to be better than the next guy that's doing better than him. And we all just grow off each other. It was like a brotherhood environment, but it was a good one. It wasn't one where lads are bringing each other down and they're all doing this because it was funny. It was, lad, you're chasing this guy. It's not like you're chasing him in resent.
Yeah.
You're chasing him because you want to see him do better, and then as a result, you're going to do better too. And you're all feeding off each other.
Healthy competition.
Exactly.
Healthy competition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was there anything before high ticket sales that you tried to make money online with before?
No. To be honest, no. I remember a couple of times I looked at trading, man, but I honestly didn't have a clue how to get started. And to be honest, the want wasn't there at the time. I think I was nearly convincing myself that I wanted to try something. But I thought about making money online, but I didn't know how to get started with anything.
What was the switch? What was the switch then? Because if there was nothing that you actually fully committed yourself to before high ticket sales, what was the switch that you were like, right, I'm like this, fuck it, I'm going to do it? What was the switch?
I think it's just a mix of obviously seeing what was going on Beyond Set, but I was just got sick of, man, my situation. I just got so sick of it, bro. Like I had to change. There was no specific timeline, but it was a build-up of a feeling that probably went on for a couple of months, and the mix of finishing college and not knowing what I wanted to do.
Get that uncertainty of where life's going to bring you. And probably deep down in your heart, you knew that the path that you were going on. Did you feel like, what did you study in college?
Commerce. Like a business through accounting.
Okay, and how did you find it?
It was alright. No, let's just say this, I didn't apply myself as much as I could have, but I still got through it though.
You got the degree?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And what made you go to college in the first place?
I always wanted to study business through accounting, or I wanted to do accounting first, but then I settled for business through accounting.
And then why didn't you go and get a job in that then, man?
I didn't want to just settle for a 9 to 5. I knew I wanted to travel. I wanted to do something bigger with myself. I didn't want to just settle for the regular 9 to 5, you know? I think it was more backup than anything.
Okay, I get that. I think that's a lot of boys see it the same way.
Yeah.
The same thing with me and Sparkin. I didn't want to do that, but
just to have something.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's contrary, because now if I see an apprentice that comes into Beyond Set, they're only a first year, they're a second year, I'm telling them, like, boys, you're not going to finish that apprenticeship. Yeah. And mammies, daddies, whatever, if any of you are watching this, I'm sorry, but like, I am definitely going to tell a young lad, if you're just started out, if you're halfway through it, even if you're coming near to the end, when you see success in this, you can always go back. Go back. A lot of guys are like, they want to finish it out, but you don't need to. Like, brother, we live in the internet era. You know what I mean? We ain't calling each other on fucking a little paper phone with string on it anymore. No. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The times have changed, man.
If I got into this while I was in college, I would have dropped out of college.
Do you think so?
Yeah, to pursue it. It was just the timelines worked out that I ended up finishing college just before I actually did get into it.
How do you think your mother and father would have felt, man?
They obviously wouldn't have liked it, bro, but it's not up to them either.
Were they putting pressure on you to get a job after you finished college?
Not really. They're very laid back, to be fair. They know deep down that my intentions are good and that I'd never stray too far away in terms of like what I was doing. But
Yeah, you wouldn't go off the rails. or
yeah,
anything like that.
but I'd say probably in a year or two, yeah, there probably will be. There would have been some pressure, yeah.
So I think it's still shut, man.
Yeah, so to speak, yeah.
Okay, I get that. And joining Beyond Set, man, what do you feel like the biggest struggle you had in life we've helped you overcome, or if there is any?
No, yeah, there definitely is some. I'd say mindset was the first thing. Mindset, and then I like everything stems from that. The minute I came in, my mindset, my limited beliefs were erased of what I could actually do with myself. With clarity, and I was feeding my mindset with good things. And then as a byproduct, I was getting better results. I was having better relationships with those around me. I was growing as a person externally and internally, so I was better, like just socially. I was more relaxed. It was just my mindset was the biggest thing. It was the first thing and the biggest thing that was worked on and improved.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like then everything changed once you worked on your mindset?
As a byproduct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
funny. It's funny how everything stems from that.
Yeah, you hear it all the time, but until you actually put it into practice, and then you even notice if you don't do the practices of keeping your mindset in check, that's when you'll slip up. You know, like that's just what happens. If you don't do your affirmations, if you don't do a daily alignment, if you don't actually follow the steps that got you to where you have been, and they're going to continue to get you to the next step.
Yeah, no, I get that. And obviously you're fully aware that every level you get to, because you're climbing this
Way faster than I thought I would have.
But why? Why way faster than you thought you would have? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a personal thing or maybe it's just an Irish thing. Do you know the way it's just maybe we just say, I'm doing this, and you don't want to let on like you're doing too much, or you don't want to fully commit to something.
Your story is going to help and inspire multiple lads, and you know everybody has a story, and you might think it's cliche, or you might think, oh, like recording content. Like, do you understand the impact on lives that has?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't want to put it out there that, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or I'm doing too much, or you know, obviously keep that bit of humbleness to you. But your story, man, will help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
I hope it does.
Aside from making 5 figures a month, like, where do you think you'll be sitting down on the 26th of February next year? So let's not keep the horizons low here, man.
Yeah.
Right? You know what's possible. You know what you can do. Where do you think you'll be? What will you be doing? You know, will you be posting content? Like, what do you see? And where are you going to be in February 2027? 2027.
Said that hit harder when you said that. I was hoping you'd say a smaller number than 2027. Holy moly. But yeah, honestly, the sky is the limit, to be honest. The first thing that for me is just to keep giving back as much to people as I could, because I know what the situation can feel like if you're not happy with your. So I want to keep giving that back. That's the big thing, big emphasis for me.
Do you know what, man? Sorry to interrupt you, but do you feel like you've changed as a person?
Yeah.
Over the last
4
4 months?
Definitely become more empathetic with people, definitely, and relating to people more and understanding how they actually feel at times, and clocked onto that a good bit more. Yeah, definitely.
Understanding people's emotions.
Yeah, and being more aware as well of right, this person might feel good, or then you can read why they feel good, or if this person feels down. And I always try to just, if I do see someone that's down, I always try to, and I was including with that, to be fair, before. And if I see someone that's down, I'm like, okay, I want to help this guy.
That's a good heart, brother. Do you feel like there's been anything that you incorporated into yourself from the start that has helped you the most? Is there any one thing that you can say? I think that the more I looked into this...
I think it was, yeah. When I got into this development mindset, okay? When you pursue something for yourself, okay, and you start to see results with it, and you're surrounded by people that are pursuing something for themselves, and they're progressing with it too. Like, your outlook on life just changes completely, man. You don't feel any negativity towards anybody else. You don't feel resentment. You want everybody to learn and grow. You want to be the best person that you can for everybody that you meet, not just those around you, for everybody. I even notice myself. I know maybe that's because we're traveling, so we're in a better mood, but even when I meet people on the street, man, I'm just so different. Good energy. Like, you're on a different vibration, man, completely.
Where do you feel like that resentment and that negativity stems from then with people?
Say it's the environment that they're in, but it comes down to when you learn this, man, it comes down to when people aren't happy with their own situation, they'll take that out on you. Like, they'll take it out on you. It's not even a reflection on you as a person. It's a reflection of how they feel about themselves, and that's not bad about them. They're not happy with their situation.
I get that. So do you feel like as you worked on yourself and when you got your situation better, you realised that when you're happier with yourself, the world starts to show you more happier outcomes?
Yeah, definitely, man. When you change your frequency and your vibration, the world will match that, and you're not so focused on negativity. You don't even see it, man.
Yeah.
You honestly don't even see it
until things start to change. It's like this, man. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yeah.
I've been going on to building sites now since 2020. So 5 years till 2025, and every year the same attitude. This is going to be my last year going into these hellholes. Going every year hating it, hating people in there, and just hating myself. But in 2025, I started to see this for the opportunity that it was. I was getting good income every week. Good income in comparison to what other routes I could have went down. I chose to be an electrical apprentice. I got my qualification and I was getting a good income. But when I seen the opportunity for what it was, that money makes money and you need to put yourself in back against the wall scenarios, I was blessed that God gave me a phone, God gave me 2 working arms, 2 working legs, God gave me a mouth that's able to speak, He gave me a mind that's able to understand, and He's bringing me into a place where I can work every day and where I'm getting motivation to want to do more. And when you see it for what it is, as opportunity, everything changes. Everything changes. And it all ties back to perspective, outlook, and how you mentally see what it is that you're doing every day. If you're looking at things through a negative lens, that's what you're going to attract.
Yeah.
But if you look at it through a case of, this is all opportunity and I'm living out the chapter that I have to live out before this story gets beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it even tie it back into your life when you were in college, when you're going out. You know how the Irish scene is, man, with college. We all know how it is.
It's crazy, man. It's just...
And you went to college in Galway.
Yeah, I know. I was really stuck right in the centre of it. Don't get me wrong, man. At the time, I thought I was enjoying it. It was good, but it just wasn't. I didn't feel myself at all.
That's because you were comparing yourself to
what was there. That was there.
You were around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody was doing this. Everybody finished school and everybody went to college.
Yeah.
Everybody let their hair down.
Yeah.
Half the boys, man, probably didn't finish their degree, never went into class, and are probably doing nothing got to do with their degree right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you only know what you know. So when you use the knowledge you know, and then you depict your happiness based off that knowledge that you already know, how can you think that right now what I'm doing is wrong? But then when you actually look through a different lens and see what is capable and what choices that you can make to get to deep down where you want to go, that's when the lens is going to shift. And you're going to start comparing your life to what's actually possible.
Yeah.
Not comparing your life to what you see.
Yeah.
Because just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not possible. And it's the same thing in every single Irish town. If we were to name every Irish town in Ireland, right, how many lads in all these towns do you know under the age of 23 that are doing over 5 figures a month? Very little. So that the belief that it's possible is so low. But the thing is, in reality, the possibility is so high.
Yeah.
People will do 5 years in an apprenticeship. I started off at €7.06 an hour to go up to 21, 22 euro. So I went up €14 in 4 years. And in
€7 an hour.
€7.06 an hour, man.
Man.
As a first year apprentice renting rooms in Mullingar.
Bro.
I was getting 270 quid a week, getting a bus from Mullingar to Dublin, paying rent, man.
And that's breaking your back.
Yeah.
That is breaking your back.
Getting a bus up into, getting the 115, man, from Mullingar to the Halfpenny Bridge with, do you know Josh Lee?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
You know, it's his brother. What's
Yeah.
his little brother's name? His younger brother's, I can't remember his little brother's name. Anyways, yeah, we used to get the bus together, man, up to the Halfpenny Bridge. So I'd be spending 100 quid on buses a week, and then I'd be spending 75 quid a week on the rent in Grange.
And you've nothing for
And then I
yourself
had
then.
175 quid a week left after that. And I was this 18-year-old man. I had lunch to buy. I had gym membership to pay. I had probably spending more money on sozzy rolls and jumbo breakfast rolls than I can feckin' imagine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just not happy. Going out drinking at the weekend, spending 100, like, it's gone. You have nothing left to yourself.
And then do it all over again on
And
Monday.
do it all over again. So I gave 5 years of my life to get to €21 an hour. And I started high ticket sales in April 2025. And I hit my first 5-figure month, man, in November.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it took me April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. It took me 8 months to get cross 10k a month. And it took me 5 years to go up €14 an hour. Do you know what I mean? When you look at it.
When you say it out loud, sometimes, man, it's just, you don't think about it at all. And then when you say it out loud, you're just like, how is that even like
And
the
it
reality?
took me 9
though?
months. It took me 9 months to hit 20k. Do you know
20k, like when you think about it though, 20k. I know you're going to say, because now that I've been exposed to it, there's guys that are doing like younger than us, doing way more. Like they'd be laughing at 20k. But when you actually deep that, we're just like 20k, whoa. I am anyway. Okay, but I'm working towards that. I know people are going to be like, that's impossible.
I know, but again, it's down to exposure, what you know, in contrast to where you are now.
Yeah.
And the people that you surround yourself with, how do they look at those goals, those tangible outcomes?
Yeah.
How do they see them? Do they see them as possible? Do they see them as impossible? Because if you're surrounding yourself with boys that are saying like, jeez, man, 20k, that's not possible, like all the time, that rubs off
On you, yeah.
Energy's
And then you nearly
contagious,
start thinking it.
Yeah, exactly.
But energy is definitely contagious, man. 100%.
If there was somebody on the fence, man, about joining Beyonce, about starting high ticket sales, right? They were on the fence, they didn't know if they wanted to do it or not, if they didn't know if it was possible or not. What would you say to them?
Well, I'd say that it's definitely possible, first of all. And I'd say if you feel like there's more for you out there in the world and you know deep down in your heart that you want to do something else with yourself, then definitely do it. Definitely do it. Get into high ticket sales and pursue something that actually fulfills you and rewards you for the work that you put in. Not just the hours that you work or not just for the amount of whatever you lift. Go out and do something that actually fulfills you and pushes you towards the life that you actually want to live for yourself.
Yeah.
Not for anybody else, for yourself.
Because you got to fill up your own cup. You can't fill from an empty cup.
No.
But if you fill your cup, then you can help everybody else that you love and you can impact them way more than you ever could. I thought going to Sweden, man, and grafting away in Sweden, I was going to be able to help my mother. I was going to be able to help my brother. But I didn't realise that I never was going to be able to live in that life. I never was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then obviously I had to take a step back from helping them to the extent that I was to put myself in a position where I can help them more than they ever could have imagined now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what would you say is the best thing about high ticket sales? What would you say is the best thing that you like the most about it?
The thing I like most, man, would have to be like the competitive nature, I think. It's like you're forced, you want to and you're forced to grow. It's like you have to grow. You have no other choice. You have to grow. As a person, it's not even financial figures. You actually grow so much as a person when you get into this. And I mean that in terms of your mindset. And then you just have to grow. Like people are growing around you, so you're forced and you're a byproduct of that environment.
You don't want to be the one
That's
slacks.
yeah, because you see the other guys killing, you're like, he's no different to me, because you're actually in contact with that person. Like he could be on your team or whatever, etc. Or he could be in the same group as you, and you're having and he's doing better than you. You're like, right, I want to do better than him, and it pushes everybody. That growth environment is the best thing about it. 100% force you to grow.
And brother, last question, my man, that I have for you, Davey. How does life feel now after making the decision to start high ticket sales? How does life feel now on the other side of that decision?
Feels like the life that I've always wanted to live, you know. It feels like this is what David I was meant to do. This was David I's purpose. This was what he was meant to do. He was meant to chase his dreams, find something that actually fulfills him and that he can actually put his time into, that it makes sense. Like he can see what he's doing and it makes sense and he's growing as a person.
You should be proud of yourself, brother. You should be really, really, really proud of yourself, because a lot of guys, you know, they want this, they don't believe it's possible, and they'll always have a fear. But some people will let that fear eat them up and not let them make a decision based off that. But you didn't let fear hold you back, and you didn't let anything hold you back. And now here you are. You're not just a part of this.
Yeah.
You are a part of what moves this forward now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have a purpose now. And I'm sure you feel that deep down in your heart. So, like, you should be proud of yourself, man, in a sense of you're doing a godly thing.
Yeah.
You're helping people. You're helping yourself. You're showing what's possible out there to other people. Your mother and father should be so freaking proud of you, man. And aside from all of that, you should sleep peacefully knowing that you are doing the thing, man.
And I do, man.
There's no fear.
No, there's
no. Wings.
Yeah, but even when I look back in the journey, I'm extremely proud of myself. But I know there's so much more for me, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. There's so much more, and even for everybody can do their own thing, but there's so much more, man. Like that's the good thing about life. When you find something and you see the opportunity, there's just so much more. Like you're not limited, man. That's the best thing. That's all I can say. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're just not limited, man. You can see it out in front of you, and it's up to you. And even why it's up to you to go get it. And even like when you said that I didn't join it with fear, I just thought to myself, I was like, right, who's actually going to see more success? The guy that thinks about doing it and waits and waits and waits, because is that perfect thing ever actually going to come? I don't think it is. And I just thought, who's going to get more success? The guy who thinks about it, or the guy that just goes all in and just says, I'm doing this. I'm making the active decision to commit to this. The guy that commits to it. So that's what I did.
Yeah, those decisions, man, the universe picks up on that. And you get rewarded for showing that bravery, because it all ties back to your vibration.
Yeah.
When you put yourself in that situation and when you believe in yourself, and you can't trick belief. You can't trick, because your subconscious picks up on everything.
Yeah.
And when you wire yourself in that way, and it's hard, man, because you have to manually do it yourself.
Yeah, you do.
It's not something that's automatically done.
Yeah.
You have to do it yourself as a man. But when you do, life on the other side is better.
Yeah.
It's so much
It's
better.
way better, man.
You know, you're out here, man, you're traveling Thailand, you're with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You're going to Koh Samui next week. You're going to Copenhagen the week after.
Mm-hmm.
You see other boys, man, that are doing amazing things. You see a job board, brother, that has opportunity upon opportunity, and you're training for bigger and better. And that's what's coming your way. And you know one thing as well, man, you realize that the kids you have are going to be so grateful for the choices that you're making today.
Yeah.
The future you, David, is so grateful that you're doing what you're doing.
It makes me so happy to even think about that thought, because that's exactly what I want. Even if I had a kid now, I'd tell him to go after what he wanted. So that's why I'm doing it. I tell him to go after what he wanted, because I know that's what my dad said to me. He said, go after what you want to go after. So that's what I did. As you said there, I know that my future kids are going to be extremely proud of me for the life that I'm going to give them.
Thank you, brother, for doing this.
Yeah.
That was amazing. You said some good shit, man. You said some really good shit.
That's just me being honest too.
Is there anything you'd like to say to finish out with? All? Are you happy enough, man? Anything you want to get off your chest? You can get all this recording as well. I'll
Yeah.
upload it on.
And I'd post some reels, man. Fuck it.
Man to man.
That was good. That was being truthful though.
But man to man though, David, like I'm genuinely so proud of you, man.
Thanks, bro.
As
You too.
As
To be honest, though. That's why I didn't want to say it, like family or that, but even when everyone's gone, I actually am proud of you, bro. To be honest, fair play to you.
Thank you, brother.
And we continue to do what we know we can.
Yeah.
Even for my own individual journey, and I'll help you, like,
Because going into
as much as I can grow this for you.
Going into next month, man, it's no longer like fixed. It's rev share.
I don't even care about that, man.
But
I'm just saying, though.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'll worry about my own thing, but I'll genuinely, not because I'm like licking this fella's arse or anything, but it's like if I started something like this and I know what like you went through as a person, I'd want someone to do this for me, like to help you out as much as I could.
But remember that you're going to be benefited in ways that you want from it too. And I know that when you have somebody good, keep them, because you cannot get to astronomical numbers without having really good A players on your team.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man. Right? If you want to get your business to astronomical numbers, you need A players. So when
you need people that believe in it too, like.
Yeah,
You need those
exactly.
players
The
inside that
people
believe in it.
love the thing that you're building as if it was their own. And that's why I want you guys to treat this and feel like it's your own too. Right? And that is the number one thing. You're an A player, David.
Yeah, but we can put this in if you want, but I'm just saying like that I'm obviously going to be building my own skill set too, okay? But I will give as much as I can to help you grow this. You know, on family side or anything like that, like I do actually genuinely see like fair play to you for actually setting something up, and because I know like what happened or whatever you went through. You went through a different life to me, and that's not me saying, oh, I feel so bad for this lad.
But you know, brother, it's all for a reason.
Yeah.
I get like 100% I get just saying, oh, I feel bad, but
no, I don't mean it in that
don't,
way.
right? Don't, because as an individual, you have to go through something to make you the man that you are. And I don't carry anything with me in life anymore. Whatever happened with my mother, my father, as I grew older, like I don't carry that. It's something that me and God have overcome.
I know, yeah.
Maybe a younger version of me, 15, 14, thought the fucking world, man, was
I guess
had
so,
something out for me
Yeah, I
or
know.
something.
Yeah.
But as you get older, my perspective changes a lot, and I see things through a different lens. Like I don't hate my mother, I don't hate my father.
And you shouldn't either, though.
No, I don't hate them, because I don't want that in my body in the first place. But everything is for a reason, and I know that the reason that God chose me to go through that, brother,
was to lead you.
There's fucking people out there
Doing
who've gone through 10 times.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't even look at it as if anything.
And I wasn't saying that as a pity story. Anyway.
No, I get that, right? But there's people out there that have gone through so much worse than me, and that will never do anything.
Yeah.
That's what you feel sorry for, you know. But anything that has happened in my life, I look at it all now as purpose, and there's purpose behind it. And when you can extort purpose from pain, the pain makes sense. So you look at it as positivity, bro. I wouldn't change anything.
No.
I wouldn't change.
I used to have that victim mentality too. I always thought I was gonna like be completely different than what I am now, but it's led me to here. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like I always thought I was gonna fucking just like grow up playing the county. Like that's what I wanted to be like. And then when I got injured, that's when I started like
county, get an old job there.
And that's what I thought was for me. And just when I deep down it wasn't. Like I got injured and then I started like doing stupid shit. And that's, do you know what I mean though? Because I lost my purpose in a way. I was known as the guy that
David, he's a good hurler.
that was me.
Do you know in Ireland?
He was good in school, like, and then when I lost, I was like, fuck, what do I do now?
In Ireland, don't people hold so closely to their chest being good at GA, and that's just
Yeah,
an astronomical accomplishment.
Yeah, because that's what people around you praise people for. And it's like, if you don't do that, oh, he's up to something.
And the town status around it. But half of them are all wellied on coke. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's such bullshit. I remember even like, when I moved away for the summer to Greece, yeah, like I remember, it's not bad at all, but I'm just saying, like, I remember even like when I used to go down shore and they all used to like love me or whatever, like put nearly as a god, like, oh, this lad's fucking on the county, this lad's like, and you nearly, like, you live off that, right?
You feel off that.
And then when I got injured or whatever, then started drinking, partying, like, then you can just see like the way people look at you. It's so different.
But now you realise that injury was meant to happen.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because it was what made you take a step back and kind of analyse a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I thought all are so genuine, like, they're just, do you get me?
And do you feel like now you see the people that really actually want true best for you?
Yeah, 100%.
Life's funny, man.
Like, it mightn't be the thing that I want to hear, but there's lads that are around me now that actually say, what the fuck are you doing, man? Whereas other lads, you know what I mean, though? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Do you know what, though? Adam said the same thing to me, right? Adam said the same thing to me the other day. He said to me, man, as a friend, I think that a real friend will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Right? And as a man, hearing what you need to hear is hard.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
hard.
it is.
But if somebody is really your friend, they'll tell you what
that's
you
it.
need to hear.
Yeah.
Because they know that, right, okay, this might cause a scuff, but you're going to be so much happier that you heard that.
I don't know if it's male nature or whatever, like we feel our best when we're progressing
As a man.
and building something.
Yeah.
When we're sitting there doing nothing, that's what women, that's what they're not doing nothing. You know what I mean, though? They're more emotional than we are. We're
Logical thinkers.
logical. That's exactly, that's not even us reinventing the wheel. That's just biology.